Good afternoon to our entire Jeunesse Australasia family as I welcome you to our March monthly corporate update. I'm Louise CORRAN and I'm the Events and Marketing Manager for our market. But today, joining me live is LISA Jenkins, our Compliance Manager. Hi, Lisa, welcome to today's call.
Thanks, Louise, and hi, everyone.
But firstly, before we go any further, I would like to say our hearts go out to all of our Jeunesse family members who have been caught up in the terrible floods around southeast Queensland and New South Wales. We're, of course, thinking of you all. So without further ado, we're going to get straight in today's monthly corporate update, and I'm going to hand it over to Lisa, who's going to start off with what promos we have coming this month. Take it away, Lisa.
So for this month only, from now until the end of March, receive bonus gifts with prepaid smart delivery. So with prepaid smart delivery from 6 to 8 months, you'll receive 2 bottles of LUMISE Cellular Rejuvenation Serum and 1 jar of the LUMISE Advanced Night Repair, as well as 5 travel points. So purchases of 9 to 11 months of prepaid smart delivery will receive 3 bottles of LUMISE Cellular Rejuvenation Serum, 1 bottle of LUMISE Daily Moisturizing Complex, and 1 jar of LUMISE Advanced Night Repair, as well as 10 travel points. So for purchases of 12 months or more of prepaid smart delivery will receive 4 bottles of LUMISE Cellular Rejuvenation Serum, 1 bottle of LUMISE Daily Moisturizing Complex, and 1 jar of LUMISE Advanced Night Repair, and 20 travel points. So for more information on this, please check out our JBuzz. That's got all the information, but this special is only available until the end of March. Next up, we are continuing this month the Diamond Vision promotion. So one more month left, earn up to $20,000. So until the end of March, new and existing distributors who participate in the Diamond Vision promo can earn 1 cash bonus of up to $20,000 US plus commissions. So just advanced in rank from executive to Diamond directors and accumulate the PGV. It's that easy. So promotion ends at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time US on the 31st of March. So all you have to do is go to J Office, go to your J Cloud, review in the tools Diamond Vision, and you can check your office report under distributor reports, and that'll help you really keep an eye on how you're tracking. Also, more information on frequently asked questions is available in our JBuzz, and that'll give you the training and also any questions you may have, and we're also here to help you with that. So once again, we're going to talk to you about Life Circulate. So Jeunesse's first exclusive heart health product, Life Circulate, was launched here in Australia and New Zealand at the end of last year. So it has an amazing, it's an amazing product with over 40 approved claims from the TGA. And we also have incredible tools available for you. If you've missed any of the information, head to our YouTube channel and the training. We have training videos from leaders and doctors available, as well as also the launch video. And don't forget that Life Circulate is a TGA product, and the TGA public summary can be found in back office. And that lists all the permitted indications available. So obviously, Life Circulate marketing assets are available on Share Jeunesse. Share Jeunesse is a fantastic resource for all things Jeunesse, including marketing materials for all Jeunesse products and training resources. If you haven't already, please check out Share Jeunesse. We also have another tool available is the Jeunesse Getting Started tool app. It's in the J Mobile app. It's a great tool, especially for, you know, as we're going through the year with new goals. Lucy West provides tools on how to invite, how to close, how to overcome objections, and so much more. Please check it out. It's a great tool as well. And don't forget, the J Mobile app is a fantastic resource that can help you set reminders, send videos, and track any aspects of your business. Next up, we have Chris Cooper, Regional Director of Asia Pacific and Africa, talking all things Jeunesse. So over to you, Chris.
And greetings, my Aussie New Zealand family. This is Chris Cooper, your Regional Director, joining you for the month of March on your AusNZ monthly update call, and actually joining you from Malaysia. But had we done this call 2 weeks ago, I could have been joining you from Aussie, because for the first time in 2 years, I was able to go home, and I was able to see my family, to hug them all, to go swimming at the beach, to eat a meat pie at the beach, and all the things I love most about Aussie. But it was a great trip. I'm now back in Malaysia. But look, the trip did wonders for me in so many ways, but particularly it did wonders because I traveled. I physically got on a plane, left one country, went to another country, went through without any type of quarantine, and then flew back again to Malaysia and again had no quarantine this side as well. So it's proof, it's testament to how the world is changing. I'm fully vaccinated, which certainly helped. But it was nice to be home for the first time in 2 years. It was nice to kind of hit the recharge, reset button. And it was good to know that things are really changing and to feel that by the fact that I traveled. So travel is easier. I know in Australia from the 21st of February 2022, fully vaccinated, you're free to travel in and out. There's no travel exemptions. If you're unvaccinated, it's a bit more tricky. But that kind of segues into what I want to talk about first of all, which is travel for this year. Travel 2022. We've got Dubai coming up first of all. So Dubai is from the 6th to the 10th of May. And I did an update to see what Dubai travel is happening right now, and the current status is you just need a negative PCR test before you fly. But for Aussies and Kiwis, there's no visas required, or it's visa on arrival. Coming back into Australia is fine, and of course that's the outlook today here in March. But by May, things are getting easier and better. Mask rules are changing. I think all states in Aussie now you can travel back and forth. So first trip is Dubai, 6th to the 10th of May. Second trip is Iceland. That incentive just finished. That ran through to the end of January, but we did something tricky. We extended it by another 2 weeks to mid-February. And I'm glad we did, because it meant a couple dozen more people were able to qualify and get in on that trip. So Iceland, the incentive is closed. Travel for Iceland is the 9th to the 13th of July. So that's trip number 2, Dubai, Iceland. Trip number 3 is Korea. We're going to Korea in September. So that is our Korea Expo. That incentive has actually just started now, started the beginning of March, or someone else has probably told you about that already. September 22 to 25 is that trip. So we've got Dubai, we've got Iceland, we've got Korea. We're making up for all of this travel and being stuck at home and inside and in the country for the last 2 years. So I hope you can join us on one, two, or all of those trips in 2022. So my message, I just wanted to share a quick message, thing I get to chat to you this month of March, and my message really is about re-engagement, about how to get back into the swing of things, how to get back in the saddle if you're in a Western movie, or how to get your butt in gear if you want to talk in today's term, how to regain your mojo. Because we all need to do that, not just with Jeunesse, but with life, with school, with work. We've had a radical shift, unlike anything that we've experienced in your life if you're around my age. I'm 50 and I've never been through a world war. I've never been through a pandemic like this before. I've never had cause to be quarantined and isolated and to stop preventing international travel. So, outlook, well, as you already know, the worst is over. Things are getting much better. COVID is still around us, but the world is opening up, travel is opening up. Cases may be still high in certain countries, but deaths are going down thanks to the vaccination. We've had 2 years of COVID nightmares. We've had 2 years of disruption. But how did we do in Jeunesse? Well, it's called COVID-19, but really the effect was first felt in 2020. And honestly, in 2020, we actually did really well. We rallied hard. I think we're all focused. We all tapped into all the resources we had. We gravitated into the online world. And our sales went up 12% in that first year. For the second year, 2021, I wish I could say the same, but honestly, our sales dipped back in 2021. If we felt it overall as a company, then probably you felt it as well. For most of you, maybe your sales dropped back a little bit as well. So we did have a decline last year, but how are we doing this year, already 2022? Well, November was strong. December was strong too, but January was fantastic. We had a really strong start to the year, and February as well. Both January and February exceeded our sales forecasts and expectations. And that's just so pleasing, because for me, that is so telling on what we're expecting for this new year. I've seen the sales plan for Australia. It's a sales plan developed by Rachel and with contributions Lisa and Louise as well. But the sales plan for 2022 for Australia and New Zealand is aggressive. It's optimistic. It's higher than last year. They are forecasting sales growth and recruitment growth, and with that, inventory. So a lot of the sales forecasting is for our inventory manufacturing because of the lag time. So we're ramping up stuff for Australia this year, honestly. For this year for us, well, we're a big company now. We are 13 years old. And for many on the call, say, "Oh, 13, it's an unlucky number." But chat to your Chinese neighbor, or the Chinese on the call know what I'm talking about. Chinese 13 is a lucky number. For Chinese, 13 means assured growth or guaranteed growth this year. So the Chinese are going, woohoo, 13 years is most auspicious, most lucky. So hopefully we can, if we're superstitious, we can think like the Chinese and say, this is going to be a great, lucky, auspicious year with assured growth. We're an $8 billion company, and this year we'll probably cross the 9 billion mark. But I still remember the early days. I remember working so hard, and at the 5th year, we reached the 1 billion mark. It took 5 years to get to 1 billion, and we were the fastest company in network history to do that. But since then, we've done all the way up to 8 billion, and we're now looking at 9 billion. We are a large company. We can roll with a lot of the punches that happen. And that's what I want to talk about next is regaining momentum, regaining that focus. We need to have a long-term focus. We need to think like stock market, like investments, and even like the superannuation. When you look, if you're involved in shares or stock markets, in almost every, well, I know Aussie has a superannuation account, you know it ebbs and flows. You know that there's lots of ups, but there's little downs as well. You know, and we're all taught, if you invest, you need to ride through that and look at long term, because there's always the blips and the ups and downs. I remember 2 years ago, the stock market did horrible. My portfolio dropped by 40% in the matter of a couple of days. I remember it was March 2 years ago, March 2020. But they said, look, hold on, don't panic. What do you mean? I'm panicking like crazy. But honestly, within a week, it had gone back up another 20%, and within maybe 2 to 3 weeks, that had crept up another 10%. And within 6 months, like it regained everything. It was a short blip, and you've seen the same with superannuation. There's good and bad years. The bad years are really horrible, but the good years outnumber the bad years. And long term, like today, if you look at your super, I still have money in Sun Super in Queensland, and it performed fantastic last year. I think about 16% growth. So you need to have long term when it comes to business, when it comes to investment. There's always the good seasons and the bad seasons, good times, bad times. So looking at this year, looking at all of the indices, we are heading back into a good time. The stock market has been good. Well, the recent war with Russia and Ukraine didn't help, but again, that's short term, but other areas in the stock market, it has done well. Gold did well, petrol, of course, oil did well as a result of that. So think long-term focus. Think about your vision and where you want to be. I'll talk about vision in a sec, but first I want to talk about what we need to do next. Step number 2 really is back to basics. We've been in the closet maybe for the last 2 years. We've been hiding at home. You've been working from home. Parents, you've probably been homeschooling. You haven't been in the office. We need to get back to the basics, which is the basics of networking. I think many of us have been on sabbaticals, had a hiatus. We need to get back to basic principles such as recruitment. We need to get back to what we learned about the warm market. We need to start reaching out to people again. We need to start engaging. We need to start working our lists. Recruitment is most important now. A big percentage of our business is the new customers, the people buying for the first time, recruiting. So please think about that. Think about your list. Think about recruitment. Think, have you just been in management mode? Think about also re-engagement. I kind of prefer that term now over reactivation, but re-engagement means re-engaging yourself, re-engaging your teams, getting them locked into the system, getting them to duplicate. Duplication is so important, getting them to do the activities that we need to do to have success, to log into meetings, to have weekly updates, to jump on social media, to get people ordering, reintroduce them to the auto ship programs. what we look for nowadays, there's a new trendy term, it's influencer. Everyone wants to be an influencer. Half the world thinks they're influencer, and really any tween with an Instagram or a TikTok account is an influencer. Really, all network marketing is influencing. If you have the ability to influence people, you can be a brilliant networker. That's the essence of what we do, influencing people to join a business, influencing them to buy great products that are great for their health and their wealth and their beauty, to influence them to influence other people. It's the word of the day. So it's the key to success for me is influencing. So get back to influencing. Think about how are you an influencer? What are your channels and your mediums for influencing? And also, how do you find other influencers? Because you want to recruit influencers, people who have that ability to influence or to activate and to mobilize people, to have them gravitate towards them. Also, what we need to do at this start of a re-engagement period is to do a little bit of self-reflection on our leadership. So I ask you quite sincerely, how are you? How are you doing? And really, how have you been? How have you survived this 2 years of COVID and lockdown? Where's your mental state at right now? So how are you doing? And how's your example been? So if you listen to this call, you're most likely one of our great leaders and top leaders in Jeunesse. How has your example been as a leader these last 2 years? Where has your mindset been? Where's your focus? How actively engaged have you been with your teams? What type of an example have you set? So maybe self-reflect on that, because I've been doing the same. I've been kind of locked down for 2 years. My mental headspace may not have been the best, but now things are changing. I'm self-reflecting on my leadership and how I can get out there and how I can share that energy that Scott Lewis has. And let me talk about Scott, and a key word of who he is in his title. He is the CVO, the Chief Visionary Officer. And I want to talk about vision. Whenever I listen to Scott, and I wish I could listen to him more often, he does those semi-regular Exec Connect calls. And honestly, when I listen to Scott on the Exec Connect call, I not only hear him, but I feel him. I feel his visionary optimism. I get to see from the plane where he sits at higher than I do on the top of the mountain. He overlooks all of the Jeunesse Kingdom. And I get to have a taste and insight into his vision. We need to align our vision, or maybe we need to realign our vision. When I was home in Aussie, I used my Medicare card, I went to the optometrist, I had my eye exam, because it's been maybe 4 or 5 years, and they told me my eyesight's gotten a little bit worse. I think too much of this on screen over the years. But I realigned my vision. I got a new prescription. They told me it's a little not as good as it used to be, but it's kind of normal for a 50-year-old. So how is your vision? Not just your physical eyesight, metaphorical vision, but how is your mental vision of the business, your success, what you've accomplished, but most of all, where you want to be? Your dream board. Think back to the dream board, whether you've actually physically cut pieces of paper out, stuck them on a board. Do you have a physical dream board? Or if not, where did you see yourself being at this point in your career in Jeunesse? Are you the diamond yet? Are you, ruby or emerald? Is your team as big? Are you traveling as much? Have you achieved what your vision was? And can you realign that vision now? Can you set a new goal for 2022? If you've not achieved diamond, when do you want to be diamond? Be bold with your vision. Be bold with your vision of the company, and also bold with the vision of yourself. Give yourself more credit than probably what you do. Set your goals higher. Think of yourself in that higher position of diamond or even double diamond. What we need to do at this time of the year, we need to get back in the saddle. We need to, channel the Aussie spirit of, have a go, mate. Come on, Aussie, come on. We're, fighting down under spirit. We are strong. We are resilient. We've been through challenges before, but if you're here today on the call, you've survived COVID. You've survived the worst of it. We're here to help you with that. Whatever your vision is, whatever you want to achieve, reach out to Lisa, not Rachel yet, let her finish her maternity leave. Louise, customer service, they're all there to help you. Get back in the saddle. And Aussies, I really look forward to physically connecting with you, and that will be Dubai. The first time I see almost any of you in more than 2 years will be Dubai. So if you're qualified, be there. If you're qualified for Iceland, be there. No one's qualified for Korea yet, so it's open for everyone. Make sure you're there as well. And thank you and congratulations for surviving COVID. It really is, the worst of it is over. Let's change our mentality. Let's change our vision. Let's adopt that long-term focus, get back to basics, be an influencer, self-reflect a little bit on your leadership, and let's be visionary in our business and our approach. I wish you all the best and hope to see you again soon. Enjoy the rest of this call. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks so much, Chris, for joining us. Really appreciate it. So next up, I just want to cover about the JBuzz. Our JBuzz email blast comes out every Tuesday and Friday of each week, and it has all the information you need to know about your business, whether it's about upcoming events, what's going on, promos, certain building tips as well, product launches, anything really that's going on locally for our Jeunesse members or internationally. It will be in this JBuzz. So it would be great if each week you can take the time to please read over it, talk it through with your team as well, let them know about it as well. Sometimes these email blasts can go through to your junk folder, so do be checking that to make sure you can definitely connect with the JBuzz, because this will have everything you need to know. The JBuzz is released in English as well as Chinese as well. Our blog site we touch on each week, each month, of course, but we do put a lot of effort into our blogs because the content will really help you with your business. Whether it's about knowledge, training, the ways to help your team or customers, also information about prospecting and inviting, plus also things on just mental health and general well-being, because that's always very important to take care of. Our blogs are written to inspire or help you with what's going on currently within the Jeunesse world. So we encourage you to head over to our blog site on our Australia and New Zealand websites, and these blogs are written especially for our market. So our blogs are also available in English and Chinese. So please head over to our website to check them out today if you haven't recently. Make sure you have liked and are following our Australasia Facebook page. Everything we put on our Facebook page is to assist you with your business, and everything placed on the page is content that you can use and share for your own business. Our Facebook page is compliant with our marketing materials, so it's great content that you can know you're sharing, and you're sharing the correct information. Plus, we'll keep you updated on all the latest events, whether they're online or in person. So make sure you go check out our Facebook each week and see what's going on. Our YouTube channel is another great page to subscribe through if you haven't already. We have videos on here from our past local events, training videos on products and helping to build your business. Really, it has everything on there. Our monthly corporate updates are on here as well, and you can share these videos from the YouTube channel knowing that they're compliant for our market. Our Instagram page is focused for our customers, as it gives them a real look at what Jeunesse Australasia is all about. So make sure you are following this page, and any of the content on the Instagram page, of course, you are welcome to share on your own social media pages too. We also have some other global Instagram pages, and this is one of them that we have here, which is our Jeunesse Global Stars. This page is all about recognising the rising stars of our market, and Jeunesse distributors are doing amazing things in the Jeunesse world. We've already had a few of our very own appear on this page as well. So if you haven't liked the page, please do so by heading over to @jeunesse.global.stars. This is another global Instagram page, the Jeunesse lifestyle, that we encourage you to check out each week. Everyone loves the Jeunesse lifestyle, so this is all about tracking our incentive trips, because we've got a few this year. So it'll be also have information about our big expos and leads that will be coming up as well. This page really showcases what the Jeunesse lifestyle is all about. So head over there and check it out. Of course, we are on WeChat, and we want to support our Chinese community, getting the content that they need. We're changing up WeChat all the time and creating a new group too. So if you get an invite from us, from our groups, and make sure you're accepting the invitation. This is all under the profile for Rachel McMinish. So scan this QR code here and join up today if you haven't done so already, because we'd love to see you communicating on our WeChat channels as well. Okay, so next week we have our Jeunesse University online, which will be happening on Thursday, the 10th of March. We're actually doing an evening session this time, so the times are slightly different. We have been doing them during the day, but we thought we had some feedback, and we thought we'd try it out in the evenings. A lot of you are home from work by this time as well, and it makes it sometimes a little bit easier to watch live. So we hope you'll be joining us. So definitely put this in your diary, mark it in there so you can join us live next Thursday, the 10th of March, 7 p.m. Daylight Savings Time and 9 p.m. New Zealand time. And then, of course, up in Queensland, it will be at 6 p.m. Lisa and I will be hosting it, but we do have some great speakers lined up as well. We have Lyndon, of course. We've got Wayne Fan. He'll be hosting a panel, which will be quite exciting to see with some of our local Jeunesse distributors as well. We have Craig speaking. We also have a couple of our international corporate team joining us as well. We've got Yolanda, who's, of course, the Envy co-creator. So she's just going to give you a refresher course on Envy and to, you know, everything you need to know about it, because, you know, it's been a while since we've really covered this topic. So it'll be great for you to get all up to date with Envy. And of course, Mark Patterson, our Chief Marketing Officer, he will be joining us as well, giving us some social media tips. So definitely tune in next week for our first J-Uni off the bat for this year, for 2022. We also will be introducing Training Tuesdays. So this will be coming up in March after J-Uni. And we have some leading doctors that will be coming on board to talk about some of our amazing products, and to give you really a refresher course to get back to basics of knowing the true meaning of our products and what's the ingredients behind it and everything, the amazing products that, you know, we so love, that we want to make sure everyone, you know, is aware of what our products are all about and how they can help you. So stay tuned for more information. We'll update in JBuzz of when these start, and it will be great for you to share this information with your team as well. We are excited to announce the rebranding of our convention to Jeunesse Connect. What is even more exciting, our market will actually be the global launch of this new event. We are finalising the plans as we speak, and over the coming weeks, more information will be released. So stay tuned to your JBuzz emails for this information. We are keeping to our theme of disrupt and changing it up to give you something new. So we really hope you're going to be able to attend this wonderful new event on the Gold Coast from the 28th to the 29th of May. It will be at the Sheraton Grand Mirage Resort, which is a fabulous resort to host this event. So it will be certainly an amazing time to reconnect with everyone here. We do have some great accommodation rates available through specialised booking links. This information will be also in the JBuzz too. So get in early, book your accommodation, and hopefully we'll be able to see you in there in May. I certainly can't wait to start releasing more information about this event, because we're all very excited here about just changing up and giving everything a refresh and something new. So we look forward to seeing you on the Gold Coast at the end of May. And we've got the Sapphire Leaders Retreat that has been postponed, and you would have seen we have set new dates. So from Monday the 17th to Wednesday the 19th of October, all qualified Sapphires will be heading to Queenstown for the retreat. So the qualifications have been extended as well. So if anyone who has achieved a new Sapphire executive rank between February 21 and end of July 2022, you'll be coming along to the Sapphire Retreat. And then for all existing Sapphire executives that achieve 20 plus more cycles, you'll also be invited. The dates are between the 1st of November 21 to the 31st of July this year. So stay tuned to your emails as I send out new information about the Sapphire Leaders Retreat, and we hope to see you there. We're certainly excited about this finally happening in October. The agenda has been finalised as well, so you'll be staying, of course, at the Holiday Inn, and we'll have all our welcome cocktails and enjoyment of reconnecting together on the first night. And then we've got already lined up some fantastic training happening on the Tuesday. It's really, we've already had a little bit of an insight between Lisa and I have met the speaker, and he's given us an insight. It's certainly going to be a fascinating training day, so you'll definitely benefit from this day. And then the Wednesday you check out. But I think most of the people who have qualified for the Sapphire Leaders Retreat will actually be staying on and joining us for, of course, our New Zealand incentive trip, which will follow straight after the Sapphire Retreat. We're actually combining our, I guess, farewell party for the Sapphire Retreat and our welcome party for the incentive trip on the Tuesday, the 18th of October. So that's going to be really exciting. But I just wanted to, I guess, run through and give you a little bit of a reminder of what you'll be getting up to in Queenstown, New Zealand as well, because it's been so long since, you know, we've talked about it, and with the postponements and things like that. So, of course, as I mentioned earlier, we'll be staying at the stunning Holiday Inn Express in Queenstown. Great location, close to everything, and we'll be meeting you there. Our dinner on the first night will be at the Skyline, which is this beautiful restaurant on the top of the mountain overlooking Queenstown. So it's certainly going to be an amazing experience. So we'll be heading off to do the Dart River Adventures on the speedboats. This was amazing. When Lisa and I were there last year, testing it all out for you to make sure you're going to like it. It was fantastic. And don't worry, for those people who might get seasickness or things like that, it is a very smooth ride. Lisa can vouch for that one as well. Definitely, you won't feel really the sensation what you'd probably normally do out on the water, but the scenery is breathtaking. But that will be one of the adventures you'll be getting up to. Another one, which is a little bit cruisier, we'll be heading over to Walters Peak High Country Farm for lunch. They also have, you know, all the local animals there that you can go feed and have a look at. Beautiful gardens, just stunning, again, views. I mean, New Zealand's all about the views. But we'll be heading across on this paddle ship steamer that will take us across. So it'll take about 45 minutes to get across there, and then when you head over there, we'll be able to enjoy a group lunch together, and then you've got some time to experience the farm and have a look around. Then another venture will be one of our 4 drive tours. So we'll be heading out to Skipper's Canyon, Macetown, checking out some of the areas where Lord of the Rings is filmed as well. And then we'll be also heading to Arrowtown to explore and have lunch at Arrowtown, which is a really beautiful historical village, has lovely antique shops there and cafes and wine places and things like that, that will be certainly worth exploring around. Our farewell dinner will be a spectacular one. This place is amazing. It's called Stonebridge Estate, which is based on a winery, but the views, it's kind of on the other side of Queenstown. So you've got a different aspect of the views. So on sunset, as you can see, wow, it is definitely one not to be missed. It will be just 5-star all the way with this particular dinner, that's for sure. So make sure you bring a little bit of a formal outfit for this one, so we can get all dressed up and look fantastic in this setting here. So we've got our next events coming up, which is Dubai, our incentive trip. So this was the postponement from last year. This will be from the 6th to the 10th of May. So stay tuned for all the information coming out about doing the finalisation of the registrations and everything like that, because that'll be coming up in the next month. And then we've of course got the amazing Iceland trip that will be happening in July 9th to the 13th. So do start getting ready for those who are qualified. Congratulations to those ones. And again, in the coming months, we'll be in touch to finalise your registrations as well. And then for later in the year in September, we have our expo planned in South Korea. So stay tuned for all this information. If you scan this QR code on the screen here, it'll take you to the website so you can find out what's happening and what all the latest news is with expo coming up. But of course, we have all this information for all our events in the JBuzz. So make sure you read that each week to check more information. Of course, we've got our Discover Jeunesse live events as well that happen each week. We've got a few different leaders that take part with these Discover Jeunesse events. So if you've got any leads that want to know more about Jeunesse, then definitely send them to these links so they can sign up and watch these events to, you know, find out what we do get up to in the Jeunesse world. Of course, I'm here for any questions regarding the events. Do reach out to me. I'm happy to talk you through anything or answer any questions. So hopefully we'll be seeing you at an event in person very soon. We've got a few coming up, that's for sure. So that's really come to the end of our monthly corporate update for March. So I'd like to thank our guests today, of course, Chris Cooper. Thank you very much for joining us. And the wonderful Lisa, thank you again for helping us out today. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Louise.
And of course, would like to thank everyone for watching today too. So we'll hopefully have you connecting with us next week on the Jeunesse University Live, of course. So we'll connect to you then again. Otherwise, we'll also hopefully see you in the Jeunesse world very soon. So take care, guys, and chat to you later. Bye for now.